All right, so we're going to talk about how Instagram's algorithm has been revealed. We're going to share some thoughts because literally the CEO of Instagram, Adam Mosseri, went about talking about the ranking. Did you read this post, Neil, or no?
I didn't, dude. I've been traveling. I was in Romania.
Okay, that makes two of us. So we're going to look at this together. So I'm not going to read this whole thing over here, but those of you that are just listening, there's a post on the Instagram website and it's titled Instagram Ranking Explained. So you can just Google Instagram Ranking Explained, Instagram.com or something. And so the first sentence is, we want to do a better job of explaining how Instagram works. There are a lot of misconceptions out there, and we recognize we can do more to help people, especially creators, understand what we do. And they're shedding more light on how the ranking works across Instagram and some new features they built. So we're not going to read the whole thing, but I did highlight a couple of things over here, and then we can talk about it. So the first thing I talked about here is under this section called How We Rank Feed. And if you're following us on YouTube, it's the highlighted section over here. So I will read this out, and then the next section I'm going to let Neil read. So first section on how we rank feed says your activity.
Post
Posts you've liked.
if you just read it, because on my end the screen sharing is not coming in crystal clear. But I know
Okay,
the
I
recording
will
should
just
be
read it.
fine.
So your activity. So again, this goes in with how we rank feed. So your activity, posts you've liked, shared, saved, or commented on help us understand what you might be interested in. Number two, information about the post. These are signals both about how popular a post is. Think how many people have liked it and how quickly people are liking, commenting, sharing, and saving a post. So velocity matters. And more mundane information about the content itself, like when it was posted and what location, if any, was attached to it. So two more things over here. Information about the person who posted. This helps us get a sense for how interesting the person might be to you and includes signals like how many times people have interacted with this person in the last couple of weeks. And the last one is your history of interacting with someone. This gives us a sense of how interested you are generally in seeing posts from a particular person. An example is whether or not you comment on each other's posts. What are your thoughts here?
Yeah, they're pretty much saying that if your friends, the people who are following you, want to see your content, or you want them to see your content, there needs to be good engagement from them on your content on a consistent basis. If they don't see it, they're less likely to see the stuff in the feed.
Yep.
Which
And
makes sense.
it's interesting to me because I just started playing tennis with our mutual friend more so a couple months. I would say maybe 6-7 months ago, I started picking it up and I've grown more interested in it. And so now when I look at my Explore feed, this is more so talking about the feed, but similar deal on the Explore feed, it's mostly filled up with tennis now. And it is what it is. And there's a period of time where I was looking at puppies, like these chocolate toy poodles, just because I like looking at them and because they're cute. And that was my feed, right? And so it is what it is. Now, next section here, let's take a look at this. How we rank stories. And the first one is viewing history. This looks at how often you view an account story so we can prioritize the stories from accounts we think you don't want to miss. Second one is engagement history. This looks at how often you engage with that account stories, such as sending a DM. Third one is closeness. This looks at your relationship with the author overall and how likely you are to be connected as friends or family. So this makes a lot of sense. I often see the people that view my stuff as people that I'm close to, people I talk to all the time, people I'm DMing. And yeah, those are the ones that show up first, typically. I don't know what you, Neil.
Funny enough, I didn't even know that Instagram ranks stories. I did not know that one bit. I thought they just should show you the stories of all your friends. Keep in mind, I don't follow too many people on Instagram. So for me, I see everyone's stories. There's not a ton of them. But
Yep.
this totally makes sense. And yeah, you're more likely you would want to see the stories from specific individuals like friends or family that you engage with on a regular basis. And this also makes sense on how people are able to follow 2,000 plus people on Instagram and yet get the content that they need from their feed as well as from stories as well.
Yeah, I would imagine a signal from a DM is much stronger than as an example. So I'm sure they're scoring or they're tiering these engagement signals and the closeness too. So if I have Neil marked as a close friend, right? So close friend matters. I think if they're in a certain group, they matter as well, just because you're putting more effort into that relationship. And I think that's what they're looking at. How much effort, how close are you with this person? And that's what it is.
So we all know there's more to algorithm than these guys like writing. But one thing, and I haven't been through this, but one guess that I would actually say, it's not really a guess. One thing that's in their algorithm that they may not be talking about in here, and we'll find out soon enough, is we've done a lot of experiments with Instagram's algorithm. If you just have your friends constantly engage and save and comment and like, it doesn't do as well compared to if a ton of random people just started doing that and they started seeing you. We find that when posts are seen by a lot of random people and they're liked and saved and shared, etc., it really starts spreading much more, especially with reels.
So what you're really saying, Neil, is the engagement pods that work decently well on Twitter and LinkedIn don't work really well on Instagram. And if you think about it, if you're a programmer, and neither Neil and I are technical, but that should be pretty easy to block off. And it seems like Instagram has done that.
From what we've tested, yes. If it's, instead of it being your friends who are normally commenting, when we see random people engaging like with reels and stuff like that, it goes viral much quicker, especially if the engagement's really good, where they're liking it, they're commenting it. Like the more engaged they are, the better off you are. Or like even things like we even did tests where people DM those reels to other people. Those do really well. Like we did a test one time where we just had people, we sent them the reel link and we're just like, hey, check out this reel. Go and DM it and share with other people. You don't even have to like it. And it caused the reel to just do extremely well.
Yeah. I actually have a friend that he has grown his Instagram. It was pretty small. And now it was like 3,000 followers. Now it's close to 100,000. And he's got a reel with another popular, let's just call him an influencer. And it's his reels that are popping off. And I think that's what's leading to pretty exponential growth. And it's because there's a lot of random people that are commenting, and it's just continuing to, the viral loop is continuing to push. All right, last bit over here, and then we can move on. How we rank Explore. So the Explore page is what I was referring to earlier when I see a bunch of puppies there, or I see a bunch of tennis videos there. And so Explore page, again, it helps you discover new things. The grid is made up of recommendations, photos, and videos that we go out and find for you from accounts that you don't yet follow. And so the way you rank for Explore, how they're saying they rank it, is information about the post. Here we are looking at how popular a post seems to be. There are signals like how many and how quickly other people are liking, commenting, sharing, and saving a post. There you have it again. Velocity matters. These signals matter much more in Explore than they do in feeds or stories. So if you want to go viral, you got to hit virality quickly. So we can say the first hour matters quite a bit. Second one is your activity in Explore. These are signals like posts you saved, liked, shared, or commented on. And so that makes a lot of sense. It's what you're interested in. Your history of interacting with the person who posted. Most likely the post was shared by someone you never heard of, but you might have interacted with them. Gives us a sense of how. So I feel like this is probably a smaller signal. And the last one over here is information about the person who posted. These are signals like how many times people have interacted with that person in the past few weeks to help find compelling content from a wide array of people.
Yeah, so anytime you see these things, or actually let's back up here. Dude, isn't it funny how Instagram revealed their algorithm and more people are trying to do this? I think this is going to be a more common trend with transparency, in which these networks are going to start showcasing their algorithm. But I think users are going to have a misconception, be like, oh, I know their algorithm now, I can game them. Like, it's not that easy.
Yeah. I think transparency should be more of a thing because they need to keep the users posting and to incentivize them. They want them to do, obviously, to continue to post. That's how you're going to keep both sides happy. And so the final thing I'll cap off with, I'm not going to read everything here. It's the same thing that they're saying. How we rank reels, same thing. It's reshared, commented on, engaged with, how quickly, the velocity as well, information about the reel. So it's the same thing. It's just keep in mind for Explore, the velocity matters a lot more. So that is it for today. Please don't forget to rate, review, subscribe. 5 stars. We want to get back to #1 under marketing in the United States or really anywhere in the world. Thank you for listening, and we will see you later.